Well, you can't go wrong with the classic. Let's talk about Aspidistra. What's up, fellow plant enthusiasts? My name is Dylan Bain, and this is Bain's Botanicals. Today, we're going to be talking about Aspidistra, the cast iron plant. It's called a cast iron plant for good reason, because it can take a lot of punishment. This is actually one of the original houseplants from probably the late 1800s, early 1900s, that they used in saloons and old-time houses and everything, just because it can take low light, it can dry out, and it can deal with pollution and things like that. So it's pretty hardy. It's also really pretty. I'm just looking at it and admiring it. There really is only one species that is a houseplant that I know of, and that's Aspidistra elatior. How do I say it? I've got it written down. Elatior. I think that's how you say it. Aspidistra elatior. There are three different types of Aspidistra elatior. There is the regular type, which is just green. There is a variegated type, which has kind of stripes of white, kind of yellow variegation, which the variegation in those aren't super stable. And then you have the spotted one, like this one, which is called an Aspidistra Milky Way. And it is just amazing. I mean, just look at the spots and everything. They just look so good. And that sound, you can kind of hear that rustling sound. It almost just sounds fake, but it's very much alive. And it's got a bunch of new leaves on it. So when you find these in a greenhouse, you're going to see that they are expensive. I paid about $120 for this one, and I think I saw some that were about the same size for $140. They're just so easy care and sought after that I think people, they know that people will pay a premium price for a plant like this. There's a lot of P's in that sentence. I would never get anything like this at Walmart, just because even though they're a really common house plant, I don't know why they don't ship them, but that'd be really cool. I've seen them smaller than this. Most of the ones I see are pretty big though. They're usually in an 8 or 10 inch pot. But if you can score like a 4 or 6 inch pot, you should grab it, because you just don't see them that small very much. As far as care goes, first, here is the taxonomy information for Aspidistra. Light, they can take a variety of light. No direct sunlight, of course, but they can take low light for sure. They do still need some light. Can't put it in a closet, but I've got mine in a corner. Actually, you can't see it, but it's in that far corner. Maybe you can see it sometimes in some of the videos, but I don't have any grow lights directly on it, and it does just fine. Watering, they can dry out, but you don't want them to dry out too much, because you will start getting some brown tips. You're not going to be able to see it that far away, but there are some brown tips on this one, just because I probably have neglected watering it a couple of times. But they do need water. They do need to stay a little bit moist. You don't want them to dry out like a cactus. But if you do, it'll forgive you. Soil, you just want a well-draining houseplant soil. I just have regular houseplant soil with maybe like a handful of orchid bark, just for a little bit of drainage. Fertilizer, nope, humidity, we forgot humidity. Regular humidity, it will appreciate maybe the occasional misting, and if you have a humidifier, it's definitely not going to say no to that, but it's not necessary. Fertilizer, I fertilize mine bi-weekly during the growing season, and I don't fertilize it at all in the dormant season, so like late fall, winter, maybe early spring. Other than that, what else about Aspidistra? That is such a cool name. Oh, I love that name. We just need to stop calling them cast iron plants and just say Aspidistra. They do flower rarely, and the flowers are not very exciting. They're just going to be really small flowers that'll be at like the base of the soil. For all I know, this one flowered at some point and I didn't even know it. So I'll see if I can find a picture, but I think that's it about these guys. If you can find one, they're super cool. Let me know if you guys have any specific videos you want me to make. I've got a whole list I'm trying to get through. I'm making some tonight, trying to get through a few. So yes, let me know if you have any variegated ones too. I've never had a variegated one, but I'm kind of curious how that variegation holds up, if it reverts or not. But yeah, thank you for the support. Please like and subscribe if you're enjoying this content. I'm going to get some more out to you guys. And yeah, until we talk again, thank you.